great afternoon. Happy and blessed Sunday, y'all. That's crazy. I am literally on here on a Sunday. Welcome. For those who do not know me, my name is Catherine Barnett, and I go by Cat Barnett, and this is the Cat Barnett podcast. And I also help women who struggle with their faith and confidence, implement strategies and systems that lead them to gain clarity, direction, and purpose so that they can be fulfilled as they walk in their calling faithfully. And I'm just blessed to do that each and every week. And why I'm on here, y'all, quick backstory why I'm on here on a Sunday. Because I realized that I didn't do my podcast on Wednesday because I was so busy. Time slipped. No excuses though. You know what I'm saying? I made a vow to myself and a commitment that I would show up each and every week and do a podcast episode. Only if something big popped up, and nothing big popped up. I have time today, so there's no reason why I shouldn't do a podcast episode that I didn't do on my usual day on Wednesday. So this is actually no excuse to y'all to continue to do and keep going, regardless if you don't do it the time or the day you say you're gonna do it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And okay, that's my little pep side note rant. So thank you guys for continue to give me grace, and I will continue to show up each and every week for you guys. So um today's episode is kind of just based off of, I think, what we sometimes, I think, just forget to do, really, to be honest. Even myself, talking to myself each and every time, but really I think this hit home to just like count your blessings, to really be grateful, regardless of any type of circumstance or situation, challenge or obstacle that you're facing in the moment or to come, or that you have faced, just to continue to be grateful and count your blessings. So I want to really just go over why it's very so important and essential for us to count our blessings. um some key uh tips and of what that can look like, and then practical ways on how you can count your blessings moving forward, to find the gratitude even in the simple things, the simple blessings. There's this song that I came across by this band or group of people, I think maybe called Lunar Vibes. But they just give out some great music, inspirational music that I love, and I've been listening to a lot of their music. Just on another side note, but yeah, I think really it's important to count your blessings. So counting your blessings is essential for improving your mental, your emotional, and spiritual well-being, by shifting focus from problems to gratitude, right? I discussed that gratitude with y'all. So, but this is not like an easy thing to do. This is actually a skill. So this is actually a practice that is going to require work for you to put in the effort. Like nothing ever on my podcast is going to be easy. These are just practical tips for you guys to implement in your everyday life, but it's up to you to actually apply it to whatever stage of life you're in. But none of these things I'm talking about are ever easy. These are just tools and tips to help you. So this practice that I'm talking about, though, it helps reduce stress, which, if you're, you know, watching the news or maybe in your everyday life, people are having everyday stress. So this is going to help reduce stress. It enhances your joy, fosters contentment, and strengthens faith, by acknowledging goodness even during difficult times. I think that's one of the things that I'm incorporating, to still be grateful, to still show gratitude, to be thankful, even if I'm going through a challenging time in life or something that I don't like, to still count my blessings. So, um, consistently, like, having this approach that I'm talking about is going to help you appreciate life's positives and also help foster, a healthier, more hopeful outlook that you can have on life. So, some key aspects that can help you, for counting your blessings, will include: number one, mental health benefits. Right? We all need that. Your mental health isn't more important than your physical health, y'all. Your mental. If your mind not right, you not right to be able to do anything or to be a blessing to others. So, mental health benefits, focusing on blessings reduces anxiety, which so many people I talk to, including myself, say they have anxiety. It's going to help improve your mood. It's going to help overcome feelings of despair. When you feel like there's no way out, or there's no light at the end of the tunnel, counting your blessings will help you see that light at the end of the tunnel. The next one, spiritual growth. And this is, man, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. See, because that is so important to me. But let's go back. Number two is shift in perspective. And I think this is a big one, because this is what I have learned and am still learning. But when you learn that, how to shift your perspective, meaning that it turns your attention um, toward positive aspects of life and away from, like, worries, reducing negative and complaining habits, then you will truly get that peace and that freedom that I'm talking about. That's internal. Because, like, a time and time again, even I constantly have to remind myself that, and I've said on my podcast, and I will continue telling you guys, worry and faith cannot coexist. You cannot be a woman or a man of faith, of God, and then continue worrying about your situation. That cannot go hand in hand. So, anytime, like, I be tough loving my friends, my family, anytime they tell me a situation or something they're worrying about, I will listen. I will always listen. But then I will challenge them and encourage them. Okay, you are a woman or you are a man of God, right? And they're like, yeah, yeah, I've been praying about it. Da, da, da. Okay, then stop worrying about it. Let go and let God. Give it to God. Stop trying to micromanage and control the situation. Because when you worry, you're saying that you don't, quite frankly, have faith that God will work it out. That's what you're saying. Or you're not maybe saying it with your words, but with your actions, and subconsciously, that's what you're saying when you are worrying about your situation time and time again. So you know. So let's continue to move on with this, and that ties into my next one, which is spiritual growth. When you count your blessings, it serves as an act of faith to recognize God's faithfulness, y'all, and his providence and his protection over your life. Like, man, move. And I went to church this morning, so I'm feeling great. And I just feel him right now. Like, his presence, the Lord is moving in a miraculous way in my life, in this world. Even though the world is trying to paint this picture right now of all this negative things in the world, don't be conformed to this world, y'all. Get in the word of God, the word over the world. And that's what I will continue to preach. Um, so counting your blessings, I'm preaching because, it's so crucial to count your blessings because this world will try to make us feel like nothing is enough, like we're not enough, we're not valuable. Woe is me, just this victim mentality because of what we see our circumstance. But no, that's not what God called us to be or to live like. So somebody's today hearing my voice or watching this podcast has to break free of that thinking, that mindset. So, counting your blessings is also good for your physical well-being. So, as I said, your mental is more important, your physical well-being is also important. So, grateful individuals often experience better sleep, fewer aches, and better overall health. And I will say that is true because the more I'm grateful, I count my blessings, and I keep my health first, my aches and pains have been fewer. I'm a testimony of it. And the last key aspect that I'll leave y'all with before I go into practical key ways that y'all can use to count your blessings is, it's a good relationship strengthening thing because a grateful attitude improves relationships with others. And some key practical ways that you guys can count your blessings, before I wrap this episode up. Number one, what we've been talking about, y'all, daily gratitude. Actively acknowledging small everyday positives in your everyday life, whether it's family, health, your moments of joy, small things that bring you joy. Daily gratitude. Number two, remember past faithfulness. And I think this is a really, really important one because it's important to look back on times that you have overcame challenges, especially if you're in a storm right now. Y'all listen to what I'm saying. It's important to look back on times you have overcome challenges to build hope for future difficulties. And that key word that I said is hope. My pastor today was wearing a crew neck that said hope on it. And it just filled me with joy because hope is what the world needs right now. Hope, because Jesus is alive, y'all. Man, Jesus is alive. Wow. Number three, expressing thanks. Verbally, though, expressing appreciation to others is important. Give people their flowers while they're here, not dead and at a funeral when you're reading what you liked about them. No, tell them today what you like about them right now. Text somebody, call them up, and tell them how you're grateful that they're in your life. And the last one I'll leave y'all with is, creating a routine. Um, and this is what's changing my life. Creating a routine, a non-negotiable thing, and keeping the promises to yourself. What you say you're gonna do, follow through and do it. I said I'm gonna do a podcast every week. That's what I'm doing. Whether it didn't work on Wednesday, I'm still fitting it in. And that's what I'm gonna continue to do. Keep the promises to myself, which is building that confidence in myself. So when you dedicate a specific time, you carve it out, such as in the morning, I recommend, or before bed, if that works for you, to just consciously and intentionally list what you are thankful and grateful for is going to help change your life. I'm just telling you, it is. It is. And essentially, importantly, y'all, counting your blessings is about, choosing, whether this sounds corny or cliche to y'all, to see the rainbow, instead of, the clouds, that often fill our lives. That's what counting your blessings is really about. So God bless you all. I hope you all have a great Sunday, a blessed Sunday, and a great Wednesday or week ahead. Look, I'm thinking Wednesday because it's my podcast day, but a greater week ahead. And maybe Sundays need to be my new podcast day. Who knows? I'll pray about that. But God bless you all. Peace, love, and blessings. And hopefully I'll see y'all this Wednesday for a new episode. All right. Peace.